Hello, everybody. Well, it's Monday and it's Passion Week, and we just wanted to get together and talk a little bit about what was going on in Jesus' life during the week leading up to his crucifixion. And so, Holy Monday, there are events that happened that you probably know about the events, but maybe didn't know that they happened on Monday.
Right.
And first event,
Like the cursing of the fig tree.
yeah, when Jesus was coming into town with Peter and his disciples, and he goes to get figs from the fig tree, and there was none.
Right.
It had leaves, but it had no fruit. And he said, "No man will eat fruit from you from now on." You probably didn't know that happened on Holy Monday.
Mm-hmm.
And when they were coming back out of town, Peter's like, "Look, Jesus, the tree is already withering." And so that was what happened. One of the things that happened on Holy Monday.
Also, the high priest and the elders were questioning Jesus' authority, where he got his authority. That happened. That story happened this week as well.
Yeah, he turned it around and on them and said, "Hey, I'll tell you where my authority comes from if you tell me about John's baptism. Was John's baptism from heaven or was it of men?" And they didn't want to answer either way. It was a lose-lose for them. And they said, "Hey, we're not going to tell you." And Jesus said, "Well, then I'm not going to tell you where my authority comes from." And so the last thing that we know about
is the story about where Jesus turns the tables over in the where?
In the temple.
In the temple.
Yeah, and he says, "My Father's house is a house of prayer, but you've made it a den of thieves." That they'd come in and started, using people's need as people would come in for Passover and all the other celebrations from distant places. They didn't want to bring all this stuff with them, and so they would purchase whatever they needed. A lot of times it was just a couple turtle doves or pigeons for sacrifices, and so but then they would extort people out of their money or sell it for a really high price. And so those are the three big things that happened on Holy Monday. And so look forward to seeing you again tomorrow.
And we'll continue to walk through Holy Week, Jesus' last days on this earth. So we'll see you in a day or two.
Bye.